Hey everybody, welcome back. Monday Morning Briefing, episode number 146, and it's Tuesday, August the 26th, 2025. We had a class in here last week, so I didn't get an opportunity to do a Monday video last week. And so we had a belt class. The last class of our summer schedule was Thursday and Friday, and it was great. We had 4 or 5 people in here working on a belt, and most people got a second one started, and so it was really good. It was a lot of fun. We got everybody through, and we had a couple of them that are going to finish them at home. One was actually going to enter one into a competition, so that was kind of cool. And so they're going to do a few different little things to it whenever they get it back home. But it was just a great couple of days. Had a great time. Got to hang out with some folks. The 2 or 3 of them had already been to this class or been to this shop before for another class, and so it was great to have them back in. And then a new guy was here and first time in the shop, and he seemed to really enjoy it. So I want to thank them for coming. I want to thank everybody that's come to any of our classes this year so far. If you're interested in coming to the shop for a class, right now we don't have anything on the schedule. We are about to put something on for our fall schedule, so we'll be putting that out hopefully this week. We'll be posting that up. I don't know how many we're going to do, but we will put those up. Fall's pretty busy for us around here in the shop, but we'll get some of those put on the schedule there, and you can find those underneath the Leathercraft tab in our online store. The very top, it'll say DG Leathercraft classes, and we'll put that schedule on there. We'll get that updated and cleaned up and all that kind of stuff now that we're done with our summer schedule. But yeah, did that class. Thank y'all to everyone who participated in our sale last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the one before there when we got back from Waco. That was really good. We really appreciate that. You guys seem to really be needing some belts and material packs and things like that, which we had a full collection of. We did sell out of some of those very quickly, which is great, but we thought we had plenty. But we have another shipment of leather coming in tomorrow, actually. Tracked it earlier, and so we should have that tomorrow. So you will see those numbers get updated. So if you're needing a belt material pack, I'm sure we'll find some blemish ones in there as well. Gunslings, 9, 10, 5, 6, those will all be on there, as well as golf ball sleeves. Everything else I think we have. We're not really out of anything else. We will be putting some more 5-pound scrap boxes together. You guys seem to really, really like those. I'm glad you getting use out of them, because there's only so much scrap that I can actually turn into something here in the shop. And as frequently as we get leather, I just kind of need it to move away, move out and find somebody that can use it for something else in your projects or whatever. So it's really nice being able to at least have someplace to go with that other than the dumpster, because we do everything we can to not throw away copious amounts of leather in the trash. I don't want to have to do that. Some of it has to go there, right? You cut up a side, you get some stuff that's real flanky and nasty. You're not going to use it for anything. Some of it has to land there, but we try to prevent as much as possible from landing up in the dumpster. Real quick, as far as material packs goes, we still have quite a few of the 12 packs of wool skins, the pads. So if you're looking for wool for your finishing projects, oiling, any of that antiquing, we do have some still on the website. We will try to keep those in stock. I'm going to probably order some more of those here pretty quick, and that way we've got those in stock, because y'all always seem to be needing those. And I will say also, Bruce Johnson, I think, started selling some, so you might check his website out. I think he posted some. I saw it on social media somewhere. Kind of the same kind of deal, just a round thing of sheepskin. I think he's doing a 12-pack. So if I'm out, check him. If he's out, check me. Well, I didn't realize when we started doing the wool skins that they were that hard to get a hold of, but I have spent my whole career in a saddle shop, so we've always got plenty of sheepskin, so makes sense. So we'll do our best to keep some of those, and I'm glad somebody else out there is trying to put some together too for you guys, because they work way better than paper towels. I see a lot of people using paper towels online for their antiquing. Use what you want, what works for you. But I just feel like paper towels leave way too much antique behind. You can't get down in there and get that cleaned out. So if you've been at a show or something, we've judged something and I've mentioned, your antique looks muddy or your antique looks dirty, that's why you're not getting enough of it cleaned out. If you're having a problem with your antique falling out, I've heard that a lot. People call and saying their customers tell them antiques falling out of their belt. You're leaving too much on. You shouldn't leave that much on there. It should not be caked in there. So, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of paper towel. Soft cloth, sure, because the cloth has some nap. It'll get in there and it'll get that cleaned out. Sheepskin pad to me works the best. But yeah, soft, old dish rag with a little bit of nap, that'll get that antique down out of those depressed areas and things like that. But to me, paper towels, I've tried it just because I saw everybody using it. I thought, well, heck, that'd be a lot cheaper than sheepskin, but I have tons of sheepskin, but I'd give it a try. I wasn't real happy with the results. So use what works for you. I'm not saying anything else there. I'm just saying if you're wanting to improve your antiquing, in my opinion, you need to wipe it off really, really well, buff it out, and not have a bunch of antique just globbed down in there. It needs to be pulled up. Also, too, we've got these were honestly, guys, I've had some of this goat skin. Just again, can't throw stuff away. Had boxes of every color we've cut since we started doing the bifold packs and the goat skins, and had a lot of scrap. And I use it frequently on little projects that we're working on, but it was kind of getting out of hand. So I thought, well, maybe people, since Celoy's not in business anymore, we've gotten some leads. Thank y'all for you guys that have sent me an email letting me know that y'all found a lead on some goat skin here or there or whatever. We're narrowing that down on who we might start getting it from, but figured y'all may have to cut your own wallet parts out, but you may be using a different pattern anyway. So if you're wanting some goat skin, there's some pretty good pieces in all these packs. I try not to I'm not putting the little bitty, tiny little pieces in there. They're pretty good little pieces that you can cut wallet interiors out of, and pockets, and just different things like that. So right now we are down only to the tobacco color and the antique brown. So that's the only two colors that I have on the website as of this video. So and I don't have a big saddle box full of them, but I put together what I had left. And so if y'all are needing some scrap goat skin, you can certainly go on there. I think it's like $6 for a half a pound bag. And like I said, we put pretty good sized pieces in there. So you should be good to go. But yeah, if you're needing some of that. And then like I said, as far as any other scraps, just keep an eye out for that. Material packs are all there. I think Robin updated the From the Cut Bench page this week. She had a bunch of just kind of ones and twos of things, or just some oddball cuts over there. And she said, where do I go with these? Because they don't really have a product on the website. I said, that Cut Bench page, that's what that's for. So we taught her what kind of stuff I put on that page. You guys are aware of that. I may only have one. So when it's gone, it gets taken down. We may have 5 of them. But we put stuff on there that we don't really plan on keeping in stock all the time. It's just something, if we have, if I have 3 gunslings that are all blemish and, whatever, we may put them in a package of 3 and pop them on that page so you can get a little cut on that because they're blemish or whatever. So, but she did add some stuff on there. So always kind of check that once a week or so and just make sure you haven't added something you may be needing. We'll try to let y'all know that here. Real quick, I want to talk about this little image right here is something that we posted on Instagram, and it is a metal plate that I purchased from a gentleman that has a collection of these plates. I'm assuming he's got quite a bit of memorabilia and things from Al Stolman's time and back then, and he was selling these on Facebook, and I like this one. This was the first one I saw, but my son really likes bucking horses, and so and because of its history, and that Al Stolman drew this. This is his artwork. I just wanted to own it, so we ended up buying that, and it was pretty cool to get it in the shop. So I grabbed a wallet back and I impressed that on there, and it does a really, really good job. I'm not sure how Tandy sold these. I guess they sold wallet backs with this impression on there, and then you could do what you want, painted them or whatever, and then build your wallet. But I just wanted to have it just for our collection, and it's pretty neat. We're not going to be selling these impressions on anything or anything like that. I bought this just for my little collection. It'll go in my office someday when I have an office. I don't currently have my own office. So, but for now it goes on my shelf back here, and it'll just kind of be something that I have. I think it's just a piece of history and kind of cool. And so we were glad to get that. But I have a lot of his books in my collection just from over the years of learning. I needed to know how to hand stitch or how to do this seam, or I wanted to know stuff about saddles. I have the saddle encyclopedias. They're really handy. And so just kind of got them as a resource, really. It wasn't for a collection necessarily. It was just because I needed the resource, and that was the thing to do. So, and so now it's the kind of nice nowadays. You've got YouTube and you've got all these things. You've got a lot of craftsmen out there putting out their own resources, which is great because we get another perspective. It doesn't make it right or wrong or anything else. It's just a different perspective, right? It's like me with the paper towels versus sheepskin. It's just a different perspective. Try both of them, see which one works for you. Same thing in tooling. I can only teach what I know how to do in tooling. I can't teach somebody else's technique because I don't know how to do it that way. And so it's really nice now in the leathercraft industry because we have so much access to information and resources. So yeah, just should feel lucky about that. Now's a good time to be getting into Leathercraft. If you're brand new here, then congratulations, because it's going to be great. Because we do have a lot of access to information now that we didn't back in the day. So it's really, really cool. But one thing I want to talk about is, we talked about in the last video, but we did hit 100,000 on YouTube. And I want to thank you guys, everybody that's here watching, everybody that's subscribed, everybody that's followed us for a number of years or just a few minutes. Thank you all so much for being here. I really wasn't expecting to ever hit this milestone at all. I think we talked about it in the last deal. I just kind of wanted to use YouTube to get some videos out and help some folks, and it's fun. It's fun making videos, teaching Leathercraft. I love Leathercraft, so that's where we started. But we did hit 100,000 while we were at Waco subscribers on YouTube, which is a big milestone for YouTube. And I had done research and heard it could take up to 6 months maybe to get a button, you get a play button whenever you do hit that milestone. And last week I think it was last week or maybe the week before, right before the sale, I had opened up my YouTube app to do some stuff on there, and it had said immediately, congratulations on your 100,000 milestone, this and that, and fill out this stuff and we'll send your button. And so I went ahead and filled it all out and everything, and I figured, well, it may still take a month or two. You kind of forgot about it. And then I got an email notification that they had shipped it last week. And so we got it actually Thursday or Friday, while the guys were in here for the belt class. So that was kind of cool. They were in here and it came in. UPS brought it in. It says YouTube right there on the front. Brought it in here, and we ended up, I'm going to do an unboxing on here, so I'll show you what it looks like. But honestly, I went ahead and opened it while we were in here. We were all here, so I thought we'll go ahead and do that. So they got the benefit of seeing it in person. It's pretty cool. I don't know where we're going to put it. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but I'm sure we will do something with it that's kind of cool, hopefully. Something Leathercraft related, and hang it on the wall out there. And, you know, thank you, YouTube. It was really cool. So let's open this up, and we're going to see what this looks like. So I kind of found it funny that this thing came with just in the box there, just with YouTube. I would think they would have covered that up. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not a big item that's stolen or something like that. But word's going to get out, I guess, that if you see this box, it's somebody's YouTube button. But anyway, hopefully people wouldn't steal an award that they didn't win, right? So, but when we open the box up, it's got this piece of foam here just to kind of protect the button. It's got a nice little card right here that's kind of a little quality control card, and it says congratulations on subscriber milestone, and it's got the gentleman's name that packaged this particular award, which I think is kind of cool. It's a nice little touch. And then on some really nice paper here, we've got a nice letter from YouTube asking if we remember our first subscriber or our 100th or our 1,000th. Guys, I mean, it's been a long time. So it's been 10 years to hit this milestone, which, like I said, I wasn't sure we'd ever get there, you know, because we're a smaller niche. But I'm sure I can go back and find that information out. But I know roundabouts who they are and all that kind of stuff. But that's a lot of people to keep track of. But thank you to every one of y'all that are in that whole 100 group. Just a really nice letter, and it is signed by the CEO of YouTube, Neil Mohan. And so that's really cool. And so I'm trying to keep all of this stuff together in some way there, because it's a pretty neat deal. And then here's the button right here. I've got it in a nice piece of plastic there just to kind of protect it. And it says presented to Don Gonzalez for passing 100,000 subscribers and on YouTube. And it's got it's metal. It's got some spots back here where we can hang it up on the wall. And it's just a little YouTube play button. I think it's pretty neat. Nice little mirror finish on there. Looks like it's stainless steel. I'm not sure. It's not super heavy. Like I don't know. I've watched a couple of these just recently because we were about to get one. And some of the older ones, I don't know, they seemed like they were like this big old chunk of steel. And this is nice. Like this is something that you can hang up and you don't have to, you know, put a lag bolt in the wall to hold it up. So I don't know what I know they change over time and stuff like that, but we're very, very happy to get this. We want to thank everybody that's, like I said, that's been here on the channel, that's watched us for all these years. Hopefully the main thing is, hopefully you've gotten a lot of value out of our videos. You've learned something from our videos. We are happy to receive this. Nothing's really going to change as far as us on the channel, as far as what our goals are, what we're going to do on the channel. We are proud to have this, but we are here to try to get information to you for Leathercraft, and hopefully help you in your Leathercraft goals, and expand on that, and do that, to just try to get better information out there, and try to keep that coming. So, but we do thank y'all so much for subscribing. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed, I guess I should say go ahead and be subscribed, because apparently that was a deal I never said, and some of my closest friends weren't actually subscribed. They just watched the videos, and so they may have pushed us over the 100,000 mark when we were at Waco, and so that was kind of funny. But I'm the same way. I'm guilty of it too. Watch a lot of channels on there, and I don't know if we subscribe or not. They just show up on the feed there. But thank y'all again. It's been a lot of fun. We're not going anywhere. We're still going to keep doing what we're doing, and got to come up with a cool project for this. Thank you, YouTube, by the way, too. Very nice to get that from such a large company. It seems to appreciate the people that are using their platforms. But yeah, we're gonna work on trying to come up with some type of leather. I've been thinking about it all weekend, just kind of what could we do. So we've got a few ideas. I jotted a few things down that would be kind of fun. So we'll just kind of see what happens. Can't promise you when that's going to happen. Knowing me, we're still waiting on Claudia's deer. Many of y'all probably don't remember that, but that was about 4 or 5 years ago when we first moved here. And some of y'all are laughing right now because you do remember the deer. And she's got one of the last bucks that she harvested before we left the ranch, and he's on a pedestal mount. And I was going to tool these panels that are in the pedestal pillar there, and with his points and everything and all that. And yeah, still haven't done that. So probably need to get on that before we do this. I don't know. We'll have to see what she says. There is other things going on in the shop. There's a bunch of stuff going on in the shop right now. The only show we have left for 2025 is going to be Wichita Falls, and that's the first or second weekend in October. It's like the 8th or something. It's like that the weekend right there. We will be there. If you're coming to Wichita Falls, we'll talk more about that as we get closer. We may be bringing some different product than we usually do to shows, just because Wichita Falls is a little bit different type of show. But we have a lot of stuff going on in the shop, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of irons in the fire. One of them is very large. And so we are working our way through that. There will be more to come on that. And so we're really trying to camp on that amongst everything else. Now, if the classes are done in here, that's why I said I don't know how many I'm going to do this fall, but we will try to put in a few. But we've got also project videos. I've been sneaking a little images of my tooling on one of them. That's it's not a huge project. It's not going to be super difficult to build. But it may be, you may call it, as we've called it on this channel a lot, maybe a step-up project. Like if you've been doing belts and wallets and Bible covers or things like that, simple briefcases. This one might be a little more challenging, but it's not like the buckhorn bag, I wouldn't think. I've already kind of built one. Almost finished it. Just enough to get my pattern set up and stuff. So I think it's gonna be really cool. If you go back on our Instagram and see some of those little reels that we've done with it, or maybe even a photo I may put out there, you may guess what it is, but we'll talk about it more maybe next week, because I'm probably gonna be putting it together this weekend. But it's going to be pretty cool. I like it. I think it's kind of fun. Not everybody wants one of these, but it makes a really fun project to make out of leather. It's also a big piece of leather to tool for what it is. So if you're wanting to work on tooling or really like tooling, that's that kind of project. And then I've got a couple other ones that are smaller, but that's outside of all the other things. As far as the book, we are working on a lettering book. I don't know if I've mentioned that on a Monday video before, but I've told enough of you guys that have been here to class and shown you all the panels, and they've benefited from using the lettering artwork that we did for the book. They've been using that in here for the belt class. So they had access to those panels while they were in here to be able to put their initials on the belt or whatever. And so we've gotten good response from those students that have been here to see that's coming forward, and we're almost done with it. I think I only have 1 or 2 panels left to tool, and then we'll be putting that book together and hopefully have that out, I'm hoping, by Wichita Falls, if not earlier. We will be going on vacation in September, the family and I. We're going on a little vacation and be out of the shop 1 week. Robin will be here, so shipments will go out normally. Won't be anybody really in the shop to speak of, so just letting you know now, figure the week of the, 15th, the week of the 15th, there won't be anybody in the shop, really. So if you're planning a trip from a distance away and you're going to be, I'm going to be in the area, I want to stop by the shop, Probably don't come that week because we won't be here. So if you are passing through during that time, I'm sorry, we won't be here to meet you, but you're all welcome to come by the shop and see the outside of the shop. We've had a few people do that actually and stop, and we're not here because we're in Waco or we're at Sheridan or something like that, and they take a selfie in front of the door. That's fine too. Sorry to miss you, but just giving y'all a heads up. Figured probably ought to start doing that and letting y'all know we're going to be on the beach fishing. So that's where I'll be. Hopefully I'll be updating the social media, and we may even do some videos. I might do a Monday video at the beach and just kind of have coffee with y'all one morning and let y'all know how that's going and what's going on back at the shop and those kind of things. So, but guys, that's really all I got. Just a lot going on. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in here, and that's why we're a little slow on the social media and a little slow on project videos and things like that, because I've got some bigger things I'm working on, and the podcast, trying to get some people scheduled up. Just a lot of irons in the fire. Me and Robin have been doing quite a bit. And like I said, Robin started coming in once or twice a week just to help me with shipments kind of seasonally. And I keep finding things to do. So that may turn into more. I don't know. She just only works a couple of days a week. But if we have a class, she's in there the whole time. And she just kind of comes. She says free reign. She can come and go as she wants and do her deal. But she's been a big help. And Claudia's working on some stuff for me on her end. And so we've got some fun stuff coming. We're excited about the fall and the cooler weather because it is very, very warm down here. So we're ready for some fall weather, Christmas time, and our new things that we're going to start talking to you soon about. I promise you I'm not just trying to tease it out there. I'm just, Claudia said if I say anything, then I'm going to be in big trouble. So I can't do anything with it right now. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank y'all again so much for us allowing us, helping us, being a part of us, hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's great. It's fun. It's glad to have all y'all here. Glad to know, early on when we started doing this deal, didn't know if I was just talking to a camera by myself for no reason, and that quickly changed. So I want to thank y'all for that. Glad you're getting value. Be sure to go to dgsaddlery.com, sign up for the Leathercraft newsletter, and we will see you guys next week in the Monday morning briefing.